It's 29 minutes on to 7 o'clock, and this is where I say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for this rainy Wednesday morning. Of course, I'm Gordon Joseph, so happy to be with you as always, and I really appreciate your sharing your time with me this morning, as always. Reminding us all that it is indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way, and let's do this. It's Wednesday. So, Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for brand new mercies, for keeping us through the night, for covering our families, and for walking before us today. This is the day that you have made, Lord, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. No weapon formed against us shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up will be silenced by your truth. Let every word speak bring life, and every action reflect your light. We declare blessings over our homes, healing over our bodies, peace over our minds, and favor in every place you send us. Thank you for being our refuge, our strength, and our ever-present help. We love you, we trust you, and we give you all the praise. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Amen. And I know Mildred is going to say an additional amen to that. And here comes the blessings. And may the Lord bless this day with peace for your heart, strength for your steps, and joy for your spirit. I pray his presence surrounds you, his hand of protection covers your home, and his favor goes before you in everything you do. May this Wednesday be filled with answered prayers and new opportunities and reminders of his faithfulness. May your heart overflow with thankfulness, your mind rest in his peace, and your day shine with his goodness. And those are God's spoken words. Thank you, Apostle. Good morning. Good morning, Lauren. It's raining. Lauren is not touching base this morning, but that's okay. Yulin, good morning. Michelle Bernard, Lydia James, Yulin Alexander, Sylvina Charles, Monica Miros Williams, Gracelyn Buckmeyer, Destined to Win Overcomer, Joan Brathwaite Batson, good morning, Catherine Phillip, who else? Petlin is with us as always. Good morning, Petlin. Also, good morning to you, Jennifer Colamo. Good morning, Brenda Bowler. Good morning to you and the family, Brian and everybody. Good morning, Mr. Lennox and Miss Denny Spirit. Yeah, good morning, Dwight. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Mary E. Banks, good morning. Thanks for joining us, and I hope that you have a great day. Those of you who are joining us for the first time, thanks for sharing your time with us. Lydia James, how are you doing, my girl? How is Toronto? Hope all is fine, yeah? Hope you're having a great day. I want some peace, some measure of peace today, you know? Let today be calm, you know? Yeah. Oh, those of you out there in the diaspora, good morning. Hey, Lauren, come up, boy. Lauren, you wake up. Gratitude is a must. Remember that. And I just want to say good morning to Dr. Fletcher, Stephen Fletcher, and the team from SIEP, man. That was an excellent conversation yesterday, and it continued in the evening as well. Folks, you need to get to know what's happening with these agencies, these rural development agencies, man. A whole lot of things are happening. You know, looking forward to that bridge being built in Badia and also that road in Rukain. Good morning to the folks in Rukain and Badia. Yeah. St. David, I told you, you all are on, St. David is on the path for development, and, I like what I'm hearing. I'm liking what I'm seeing happening, and that's out of the politics, it doesn't matter whether you're green, red, yellow, orange, pink, blue, but what is important is the development that is, projecting. I love that. Rita Williams, good morning to you. Valined, how you doing? So happy to see you. Welcome, Valen. You've made the best choice of your life by locking on to the morning program here. Monica Miros Williams, good morning. And Valen, big up the pan, man. Huh? Right. Yeah. Althea Edwards, good morning. Folks, the word of the day today, that word is advocate. Advocate. It is spelled A-D-V-O-C-A-T-E, advocate. Yeah, that's the word of the day today. I'm certain you heard that word many times before. Advocate. It simply means to support a cause. Advocate. To support a cause. She advocates for education reform. Yeah. Advocate, the word of the day today. Vicklin Moraine, good morning. Vicklin inside of Sea Moon, how you doing? Good morning. Nadisha, I haven't heard or seen you in a while. What's going on? Hope all is well with you, yeah? And the folks inside of Cafe, good morning to the Sandersons. Good morning, Debbie, you and your family, man. The folks inside of Mama Can, Mommy Lyris, Rastiba, Jinga, and everybody. Moyaki and family. Good morning, Rags. Grenadians can see. Yeah, boy. Yeah, Rags, big as ever this year, man. Keep it up, bro. Yeah. All Calypsonians, start. Please give me your music. I don't want when the season gets so congested, you complain that I ain't getting my song. Well, I can't play them if I ain't get them. You understand? I'm begging you all, bring the music early. Bernstein and I used to say the early bird catches the worm. You understand? Bring the music early. Good morning, Bernstein. You and the family, good morning. Toby, good morning to you. Maxibola in Grenville, good morning. Yeah. Nice. Lydia says St. David is on its way to getting its town. Yeah. Well, that's good. St. David's at the first song, you know that? I don't know if you know that. Good morning, Monica Miros Williams. Have a great day, my dear. So says Yulin Alexander. The motivational tip of the day is up next, I don't know about you, but I want to be more than a conqueror. Mount Horn, good morning. Paraclete Brady, good morning. Ashley Cummings. Good morning to you, my brother Hicklin Nayak. Good morning. And right next door, tell Mr. Michael P. and the family good morning. Vernis, good morning. Paul Millett and family, good morning. And the Paul Millett and family, Pastor Paul Millett and family in Birch Grove, good morning to you. The congregation of the Birch Grove New Testament Church of God, good morning. The motivational tip of the day: optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Let me reiterate this. Optimism, being positive, having that feeling, that inner feeling that I can do it and it is well. You understand? Optimism, that's what it is. It is a faith that leads to achievement. Nothing, absolutely nothing can be done without hope and confidence. I hope to get there, and I have the confidence that I will get there. That's how it works. Yeah. Auntie, good morning to you. That's Winifred Hancock. How are you doing this morning? More than a conqueror. Yeah, Coro, Lydia James, say good morning. Yeah. Lydia is reminding us of one of Coro's song, A Lawyer Cuffed Down a Police in the House of Justice. Coro, good morning, man. Yeah, and saying that good morning to the folks inside of Opera too. Do you understand what I'm saying? Soup, good morning. Michelle Daniel just joined us. Hey, you're late, mama. Moyaki. Lydia remembering those days when she was a Calypso judge, yeah. All right, what's buzzing this morning? Prime Minister clarifies the rules on diaspora voting. Also, we have that Youth Excellence celebrated at National Youth Awards. In the region, Jamaica explains proposed U.S. deportee transit arrangement. Internationally, reparations increase ahead of South Africa migrant deadline. And in sports, Messi's fans. Well, Messi's hat-trick powers Argentina to a winning start. Messi scored a hat-trick on his 200th appearance in football. That's historic. Yeah. I am always, I'm not so much of a Messi fan. I love Maradona, and my guy is Ronaldinho. Yeah. From the love of God through Christ His Son. Yes, Sylvina, I want to be an overcomer, a conqueror. I'm more than conquerors. Michelle Daniel, how you doing, darling? Hope all is well. Nice. It is indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. The folks inside of Grandans Valley, good morning. Hope all is well. I hope you are doing fine. The folks from Nawasa, good morning. Good morning, Miss Lydia Courtney Francis. It's been a while. Hope all is well with you and the family at home and the extended family at work. Grenada, good morning. Prudence Greenwich, good morning, Miss Slocum. Almost said Bascom. Miss Slocum, good morning. Yeah, all the wonderful folks inside of Grenlec. Is there a way now? Look at bring down the electricity bill, boy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the bill's high, boy. Way. Sometimes I wonder, you know. Yep. How can you lose when God is on your side? It's indeed a good day to have a good day. Good morning, King's Council, Ruggles Ferguson, Dr. Malachi Doughton, Dr. George Mitchell, all the wonderful folks who have been, spearheading that initiative to support the wonderful folks inside of Cuba. All right, there is a breakfast coming up, a fundraising day. Let me just get that information here that I can share with you. Mr. Cecil Noel, good morning to you, bro. Hope all is well with you and the family. Hope all is well. Yeah, let's see. Right, we have this coming up. Let me get this here. I want to share this with you. It's so important that I do. All right, it says right. It's a Saturday. This Saturday, a fundraiser for Cuba in St. Paul's. I am going to share more with you. I'm going to get it transferred, and it's breakfast and lunch for Cuba. Right, St. Paul's. I think that's happening by Roger. Yeah, I'm going to share more of that with you as the morning progresses. Nice. Yeah, Lydia, you need to do that. Come on, Judge. Nice. Carriacou and Pity Matnik, I hope you're getting some of the much needed rain. Well, this is kind of two-sided, you understand, because some folks want the rain. Carriacou needs the rain, but then there are still some folks who are recovering from the burial issue, and the rain might just be a problem. But, let not your hearts be troubled. All shall be well. Wayne Waggy Redhead, good morning to you and the family, bro. The folks inside of Westerhall, Calavini, Mr. Ruben and their dear wife and family. Shakim, good morning. Nice. Stone Road, Joanna, good morning. It is indeed a good day to have a good day. Farmers, I hope you're prepping your lands and doing all that has to be done so that, well, planting should have already started, you know. I mean, yeah, we have to, you know, look at ways that we become less dependent and reliant on imported food. I'm telling you all that. Plant more. All right, there must be something local that you like to eat. Plant it. All right, sooner than later, folks. No matter, there seems to be a truce in the Middle East with the U.S. and Iran, because Israel is not really participating in that. Israel is still doing what it wants. I don't know what is wrong with this young fella, Benjamin Netanyahu. Why is he so warish? You know, why he likes so much bloodshed? You know, I sit and I think about this. These folks who are engaging in these unnecessary wars, all right? Why are you doing this? Don't you realize that when someone dies, that is it for them? I mean, yeah, the judgment is to come and so forth, but they're not coming back. And you're just taking people's lives as though it's ants and Congory and mosquitoes. Don't do that. Come on. Yeah. Lydia, you're provocative this morning. And they say they don't want potato. Minister Lennox Andrews, good morning. How you doing, bro? Finley Jeffrey, that guy. Oh my goodness, he's so talented and creative, man. Yeah, good morning, bro. Good morning to your mom and your dad out there in Shantimel and St. Patrick. Folks, the morning edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Grenadians at home and abroad, the National Democratic Congress proudly invites you to the mega rally on Sunday, 21st of June. Under the theme, 4 years stronger, you, me, us. You, because we care. Me, because I have a responsibility. And us, because we all have a part to play in building Grenada. Bring your flags, bring your family, bring your yellow, and be a part of the 4-year celebration, transforming Grenada's future. Sunday, 21st of June at 5 p.m., Monrouge Plain Field comes alive. NDC Mega Rally. You, me, us.
When the man say that he blacking out, what you think it is? Yellow fever. Yellow fever. Whoa, we give them yellow fever.
For Grenada to realize its true potential, we must all be a part of nation building. From every corner of the world, our sons and daughters carry the spirit of the Spice Isle in their hearts through culture, innovation, investment, and service. Now is the time to come home to your beautiful Tri-Island state to reconnect with our roots, share our knowledge, to inspire our youth, and to help shape a stronger, more resilient economy for generations to come. We are all part of the collective journey to shape the future of our nation. Together, we are building a nation we are proud of, a nation defined by opportunity, unity, and purpose. Grenada is more than a place on the map. It is our heritage, our future, our home. We look forward to welcoming you.
This is the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, the 17th day of June, 2026. In the headlines, Prime Minister clarifies rules on diaspora voting, and also a Youth Excellence celebrated at National Youth Awards. That's locally. In the region, Jamaica explains proposed U.S. deportee transit arrangement. Internationally, reparations increase ahead of South Africa's migrant deadline. And in sports, Messi's hat-trick powers Argentina to winning start. The details to these and more right after these messages.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you. With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card. Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. As I say, welcome to Graphics and his audience from Hot 98 FM. In the local news, speaking during Tuesday's episode of DMs with PM, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell sought to address what he described as growing confusion on social media about the legality of diaspora voting. The Prime Minister explained that registered voters with valid voter identification cards are entitled to cast their ballots at the designated polling stations, regardless of whether they reside in Grenada or overseas. We have more in this report.
The electoral law that governed the last election is the electoral law that is going to govern the next election. And so persons who are registered voters are eligible to vote. And once they are here in Grenada and able to show up in person and cast their votes, then I expect that process will be followed. So I don't think persons who are in or out of the country at any given point in time should worry unnecessarily about this. If you're a registered voter, you have your ID card, you're registered in a particular polling division. If you are in Grenada on election day, you'll be entitled to vote.
Prime Minister Mitchell also noted that Grenada does not currently allow mail-in or absentee voting, meaning electors must be physically present in the country to vote. He encouraged citizens not to be misled by misinformation online and to familiarize themselves with the existing electoral requirements. Youth achievement and leadership was celebrated on Tuesday as the Ministry of Youth and Sports hosted the National Youth Awards. The ceremony recognized outstanding young people and youth organizations for the contributions to national development across areas including education, business, agriculture, health, technology, tourism, community service, the arts, and environmental sustainability. Among the award recipients was Shonel Edmund George for Community and Humanitarian Service, Shoshana McVean for Sustainable Agriculture and Food Security, Sabrina Phillip for Youth Enterprise and Fashion Innovation, Aaron Antoine for Innovation and Technology, Rose Bagwan for Cultural Stewardship and Performing Arts. Several organizations were honored, including the St. Patrick's Youth Organization, Glow Grenada Incorporated, Nova Spark Youth Group, and Palm Tree Vibes. The event featured an address by Sabrina Francis and was attended by government officials, youth leaders, and other stakeholders. Organizers say the awards highlight the important role young people continue to play in Grenada's social, economic, and cultural development. That's the local news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, they're straight ahead. In the region, the Jamaican government says it is negotiating a United States-backed arrangement that would allow some non-Jamaican deportees to transit through the island, but insists the program would be tightly controlled. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang says the arrangement would not allow permanent migration to Jamaica and would instead facilitate the transfer of individuals to third countries, including the countries of origin. Chang stressed that Jamaica has not agreed to a specific quota or to accept persons with criminal records. He said no transfer will take place until operational procedures are finalized by both governments. Now, looking further afield, thousands of foreign nationals are seeking to leave South Africa as pressure mounts ahead of a June 30th deadline set by anti-migrant groups calling for undocumented migrants to leave the country. Human rights groups have expressed concern that rising tensions could lead to violence, while many migrants report feeling unsafe despite some holding legal documentation. Authorities and foreign missions have been coordinating repatriation efforts with several countries, including Malawi, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique, arranging transportation for their citizens. While South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has warned against scapegoating vulnerable people and condemned xenophobia, authorities say illegal migration is being addressed through enforcement measures and reforms to the country's immigration system. That's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Sporting fans, good morning. Soccer is the name of the game. Lionel Messi, he marked another historic milestone with a hat-trick as Argentina opened its World Cup campaign with a 3-0 victory over Algeria. The 38-year-old became the first footballer to appear in 6 World Cups and celebrated the achievement by scoring his first World Cup hat-trick on his 200th appearance for Argentina. Messi's 3 goals also took his World Cup tally to 16, equaling the tournament's all-time scoring record. After the match, Messi described the occasion as a beautiful moment and thanked supporters for the continued backing. Meanwhile, Grenadian javelin star Anderson Peters produced another strong performance on the international circuit, finishing second in the men's javelin at the Ostrava Golden Spike meeting. Peters recorded a best throw of 84.27 meters to secure the runner-up position in a world-class field, and in that case, runner-up meaning in second place. The two-time world champion continues to build momentum during the 2026 season as he prepares for upcoming major competitions. Peters will be back in action on Friday when the men's javelin competition continues. Good luck to you and Coach Paul Phillip, repping Grenada in a big way. That's the sports. At this time, we'll have more sports in the luncheon and primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
For 40 years, Answer Coatings Grenada has been part of your story. More than paint, it's pride and care in every drop. As the proud manufacturers of Sissons and Berger paint, we've protected your homes and communities for generations. Answer Coatings Grenada Limited, 40 years strong, 40 years trusted. A legacy in every drop.
Folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join the forecaster Jerry Tamer at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Jerry.
Hey, good morning to you, and good morning to all the listeners of the network. Let's see what's happening weather-wise for today, Wednesday the 17th. Weather conditions down here at Point Lanes are fair. The winds are from the east at 15 miles an hour. Barometric pressure now stands at 1015.1 millibars. Now that is above normal and rising. Current temperature 27.7 degrees Celsius, so that's 81.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Relative humidity is now 85%. Now, yesterday, the maximum temperature recorded was 29.8 Celsius or 85.6 Fahrenheit. Last night's minimum fell to 25.4 Celsius. That's the same of 77.7 Fahrenheit. Yesterday also we recorded down here at Point Lanes 2.2 millimeters of rainfall, which brings the total for the month of June thus far to 43.3 millimeters. Let's turn our attention now to the public forecast, and this is valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and the Petite Martinique. Conditions are expected to be fair to partly cloudy and hazy, but becoming cloudy with light to moderate showers tonight. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides are currently falling. Low tide will be at 11:54 this morning, but high tide will follow this evening at 6:57. Maximum temperature today should get up to around 30.5 Celsius. That's about 86.9 Fahrenheit. We'll have sunset this evening at 6:33. Tomorrow's sunrise will be 5:43. So just to repeat the public forecast, remember it is valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and the Petite Martinique. Conditions are expected to be fair to partly cloudy and hazy, but becoming cloudy with light to moderate showers tonight. So, from the Met Office at MBIA, Jerry Tamer.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Have yourself a wonderful day now. Folks, a reminder that the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Hey everyone, here is an invitation to join me this and every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. on GBN Television 711 K105 FM, our Facebook page and YouTube channel for Kaiso Talk. Meet the Kaisonians, hear their stories, feel the vibes. Kaiso Talk, Wednesdays 8:30 p.m. Compliments for Grenville Credit Union.
It's 4 minutes gone past 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Locally, Prime Minister clarifies rules on diaspora voting. We also heard that the Youth Excellence celebrated the National Youth Awards. Jamaica explains proposed U.S. deportee transit arrangement that's in the region. Internationally, reparations increase ahead of South Africa's migrant deadline. And in sports, Anderson Peters does another great performance. And Messi's hat-trick powers Argentina to winning a start. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, the 17th day of June. On behalf of the entire news department and all those who made the newscast possible, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a safe and productive day, and reminding you it's rainy, all right? So be prepared. And I'm still extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. To graphics and your team from Hot 98 FM, thank you for sharing your time with us this morning. Have a great day now, everybody. Bye-bye.
Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Southern Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
This Emancipation Weekend, Freedom Takes the Sea. The Media Workers Association of Grenada invites you aboard Unscripted, the Freedom Edition, Friday, July 31st. Step into an unforgettable night of music, vibes, culture, and connection aboard the ultimate summer cruise experience. Meet your favorite media personalities, party under the stars, and celebrate freedom the unscripted way aboard the Ecstasy. Boarding is at 7 p.m., sailing at 8 p.m. Dress code Freedom Chic. Bold, stylish, unapologetically you. Tickets are limited and going fast. Get your tickets online at GoToFet and at recognized ticket outlets. Unscripted, the Freedom Edition, because the best stories are the ones you never planned.
The Ministry of Agriculture White Potato Production Initiative is an OECS sub-regional project aimed at reducing Grenada's reliance on imported white potatoes, which in 2025 had an imported value of over 4.5 million EC dollars. The White Potato Production Initiative is part of the Ministry of Agriculture's food security drive and is being undertaken with the simultaneous cultivation of other crops such as sweet potatoes, pineapples, coconuts, carrots, and other vegetables. Other OECS countries like Dominica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines are already at an advanced stage in white potato production, with Dominica completely cutting the import of white potatoes during the first quarter of 2026. Grenada is now preparing to advance production for better output in 2027. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, ensuring food and nutrition security for all.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think of Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Do you know you can lower your electricity bill by changing the way you do laundry? Front-loader washing machines are designed to reduce electricity and water consumption. When upgrading, buy with this in mind. You can also lower your electricity bill by doing full loads of laundry, using the sunlight to dry your clothes, and ironing in bulk. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by changing the way I do laundry. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth.
Grenada, get ready for this one as Megaforce Promotions presents Slip and Slide, the concert. Saturday, 20th June, National Cricket Stadium. Gates open 6 p.m. Showtime 8 p.m. And what's so special? Poland, international dancehall superstar Masika. Money nothing to make me a provider. Buy your deal and buy the designer. Masika. I saw she slip, I saw she slide on. What a girl can ride on. Alongside Javinci. Also performing live from Grenada, Tarpri Jr., Sakina and the Alpha One Band, Little Natty and Thunder, Buba 473, Sam Dan. Early bird tickets cost $100 until June 12th. It's $120 after, or you pay more at the door. Slip and Slide, the concert, Saturday 20th June. No one should miss. Masika. I saw she slip, I saw she slide on. Masika.
All right, folks, it's 12 minutes gone past the 7 o'clock hour. At this time, I join Sergeant Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Sarge.
A pleasant morning to our lovely listeners this morning. It is always a pleasure to let persons know what is happening in the island state of Grenada, Caracuga, and Peter Martinique as it relates to the traffic this morning. And we still have some footage, but not seems to be connecting this morning, but nonetheless, we just want to let persons know that the traffic situation at this time in most of the areas, we do have a light to moderate flowing traffic in most of the areas, especially coming into our towns and all the roads that lead to most of our towns in the island state of Grenada, including Caracou and Fiji Martinique. And this morning, we already start seeing that light flowing traffic in most of the areas as we normally see on morning time. So it definitely shows that we are seeing that similar trend as we normally see on morning time. But nonetheless, as we know, Caligini area, we have light flowing traffic there, heading towards the St. George's Grand direction as well. Coming towards Springs, we have light flowing traffic there as well. Also the western side, Caligini, as we stated. In addition to that, we do have moderate flowing traffic from the Lucas Street roundabout direction. That is traffic coming from the St. Paul's direction into the town of St. George. So we're seeing here that similar like on morning, which we normally have every morning around this particular time. So it definitely shows the volume of traffic we do have this morning is nothing to be alarmed of at this particular moment. As we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, we definitely know that it will slightly increase in most of the areas, and the area of 8, we do have the volume of traffic we normally see, where we do have some bumper-to-bumper traffic heading into the town, Grandin's direction, and most of the areas heading into the town of St. George's. And most of the other towns in the island state of Grenada that include Grenville and Guave and the other areas. So persons, we just wanted to pay attention to the flow of traffic and that you would not be caught up in the rush this morning. So we start seeing here that the Springs area already have some traffic, a moderately flowing traffic, as we seeing here now, and persons must be mindful of that as well. So we just take a dive right into the accident rate for the past 24 hours. We had a total of 5 minor accidents reported for the past 24 hours, and they as follows: Traffic Headquarters, 2 minor; Carriacou, 1; St. Paul's, 1; Guelph, 1 as well. So we definitely know that we do have a slight decrease in the number of reported accidents this morning, and it definitely means that we're doing something, but we just want to continue to see that reduction. But however, we know most of the time the accident rate fluctuates, and we see from time to time we have 7, 5, 9, and it can vary from depending on how things go. But nonetheless, again, we let persons know that the manner in which they drive contributes significantly towards the accidents we normally have. As we just take a closer look back onto the traffic situation, we're seeing here that the St. Paul's direction already have some traffic there as it relates to this morning. So we see here Lucas Street have a light flowing traffic heading on towards the Market Hill direction. And as we take a closer look at the traffic coming out from the Mongo direction, and we see here that we do have a light to moderate flowing traffic in that direction coming out there, and we know the challenge we have there, and I'm monitoring good now as a project, and I trust that they are soon in completion so that they have that two-way free flowing traffic so that we wouldn't have the diversion that we had for the past few days. So we're seeing here that vehicles had to divert through the Lamore Road, especially public transportation sometimes, and most of the persons are not familiar with that particular road, and we know some of them have to maneuver their way through roads that they're unfamiliar with. So we're seeing here that the Carolina's Public Road seems to have a light to moderate flowing traffic. Most of the roads and throughout the town have light flowing traffic and to moderate flowing traffic in that area as well. So we already start seeing that volume of traffic in the Lucas Street roundabout that we normally would see as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, that heavy flowing traffic coming from the St. Paul's direction, as we already start seeing there. So persons be mindful of that as well as we normally would have on the days the week. So we're seeing here, as we take a closer look, traffic coming from the Neville Street direction from the western side. Neville Street lightly flowing, but we start seeing here, we know that the bus terminus is one of the hubs for most of the traffic coming out from all the areas and enter into the bus terminus. So we know the challenges that we normally have at the bus terminus on the morning time. That's why most of the time we avoid letting persons pass through the town where they can use the alternative route such as Cemetery Hill or Fort and the other areas so that they can get out of the town or avoid coming to the town so that they can have further congestion due to buses entering into and exiting the terminal on morning time. So as we see most of the areas reported, we do have moderate flowing traffic, and which we normally have at this time. And what we do not see is that we do not have any unnecessary obstruction or any accidents along the roads that we viewed this morning for the persons looking at it through the live footage this morning. So this is a good thing. So as we try to wrap things up this morning, we just want persons to be mindful that if you leave home on time, you definitely you leave home a little bit earlier to avoid those traffic congestions that we normally would have on morning times. So it definitely means that persons are taking into consideration the traffic situation, the volume of traffic that we normally would have on our roads, the amount of vehicles that we have in the country, that you would definitely consider leaving home at least earlier every month, if it is by 5 minutes, because almost every month we do have the influx of vehicles coming into our country. As we try to wrap things up this morning, we just want persons to be mindful that the traffic situation as we head on to the town. Look at streets, roundabouts, already we start seeing here that it is not that bad at the moment, but we do expect it to increase. So that is how we are for folks this morning. Anything from you before we wrap things up?
I'm like a broken record. That truck. People are complaining about that truck. And some of the comments, you know, they're true. I mean, in this modern day that we live, you know, I see no, and I'm just repeating some of the sentiments of you know, people who listen to the program. There should be absolutely no reason why a vehicle that needs to, not should be, but needs to be moved, can't be moved after almost, it's over a month. That's unacceptable, in my opinion.
I totally agree with the sentiments of the general public.
Yeah, so you guys need to do something about that as soon as yesterday.
Thanks for the attention.
Nonetheless, maybe it's just a little higher your pay grade, so, you know, but just make the advocating for it, you know, make the advocacy for it that, you know, it needs to be moved, because I would feel bad, and I know you will feel even worse to know that we've been speaking about it for so long and some fatality occurs because of it, you know. So you do all that you can within your power to, you know, impress on the relevant authorities to get it moved. I mean, yes, you know, accidents do occur, malfunctions do take place, but I think it's overdue. That time is too long, in my opinion and the opinion of the general public. It seems as though they found a parking garage and it's just there, so it's okay. All right, and that's not okay. If you are texting or doing anything else when you're supposed to be maneuvering that vehicle, the question is,
who is driving?
Who is driving? Sergeant Paul, thank you very much. You and your entire department and the entire rank and file of the RGPF. Good morning. Have a great day. It's rainy, so be prepared.
Absolutely. Have a blessing to you and your team as well.
Thank you very much, folks. That has been the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we speak with Mr. Lyndon Bob, representing a riser this morning on the MoneyWise program, and we will be looking at youth, innovation, and sustainability. Stick and stay with us. We'll be back after this. MoneyWise is up next.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level? At My5, we say let's go. My5 provides micro and small loans tailored for entrepreneurs just like you. Whether you need new equipment or extra stock, our terms are fast, easy, and built for your success. As a responsible lender, we will ensure that our services are affordable and at the same time promote growth and sustainability. Visit us at the corner of Halifax and Cross Streets or call 435-1122 or 435-1123 or 24. My5, empowering your business, enhancing your freedom.
Bye, Grenada. See you soon. Spend it when you have it.
You saw my card. You saw my.
Mommy, she come back again. Mommy, she coming again.
Rosaline! Rose! You guys, let's go. We'll figure something out. You see what happened to me? Don't get caught off guard. Get your water tanks at On The Spot Hardware today.
Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
What if growing your savings came with more flexibility and more rewards? Introducing the Ariza Advantage account from Ariza Credit Union. Earn 3.5% interest per year with a minimum first deposit of just EC $10,000. Enjoy a 5-year fixed term, unlimited deposits, no monthly fees, and added loan security. Plus exclusive Advantage member privileges, priority services, special offers, and more. Get the Ariza Advantage. This is the Ariza Promise. Better value, better service, members first. Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Welcome, viewers and listeners, to the conversation, the first leg of the conversation this morning. As I told you, I am joined by Mr. Lyndon Bob, and he is a financial specialist. I'd like to refer to him as that. He's been a member of the board of directors at Ariza, and he's in the financial field. And this man, as you can see, he's a very youthful person. Okay, and this morning he's here to talk primarily on youth, innovation, and sustainability. All right, and the emphasis would be on inspiring young people to embrace innovation, adaptability, and purposeful leadership in today's rapidly evolving environment. Mr. Bob, good morning. I heard the name a lot before, but first time meeting you in person. Good morning.
Morning to you and to your viewers, listeners, and person on the social media as well. Good morning.
Good. Give us a sort of synopsis of your background.
So I like to consider myself an entrepreneur because I believe entrepreneurs are persons who add value and not just there to make money.
Right.
I'm a consultant with special skills in business consultancy, risk and security consultancy. I'm a farmer as well, and I want to highlight that I'm a farmer.
Okay.
So I actually get my fingers dirty.
Right.
My father was a farmer as well, so hence the roots. But my farming is mainly to do with tree crops. So what you call tree crops are long crops, not the short crops.
Right.
So we're talking things like the traditional crops, the cocoa, the nutmeg, the banana. I do pineapples, I do tanya, I do some sweet potatoes as well.
Not the white one, huh?
No. So a number of things. But I said I sum it up as being an entrepreneur.
Okay.
But I'm also involved in sports as well. I'm part of the GFA, Grenada Football Association, as a director.
Right, that is where I hear the name a lot. Yes.
And I'm also consider myself a credit unionist because I am a former president of Ariza Credit Union, and I'm now also a director on the league.
Okay.
So I've been involved in the credit union business for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you satisfied with the credit union movement in Grenada?
No, there's always we have to be content. Well, I shouldn't use content. We have to be satisfied to the extent as to where we are. But remember, we need to also look ahead and innovate and be creative and so forth, because the needs of people changes all the time, and we have to be able to adapt as well for that.
Yeah, knowing where we came from, talking the credit union movement, knowing where we came from, and in a short space of time, we've seen quantum leaps.
Yes, we have. I mean, now persons have cards and so forth that they can use pretty much all the credit unions.
Yeah.
You remember going the days you have your little book that you go in and so forth, and you need to ensure that your data entries are recorded in these books. Now you don't. There's only now you can go online and do pretty much everything online. So we have come a long way. So as I said, we have to be satisfied to where we are, but we also have to look ahead in terms of how we move forward, how we adapt, how we change to society's needs and so forth.
Okay. All right. Now, how is creativity, technology, and innovation shaping future opportunities for young people in Grenada?
I think persons have to understand that innovation is not just technology, but it's finding creative ways to solving problems. Right. So people sometimes think innovation is always technology. The devices and stuff like that.
It's how well you use the technology.
Well, it's how well you use it as well. But I think it's just finding creative ways. There are a lot of creative ways that we can adopt and so forth to solve problems. And we've seen that businesses and persons who have not been able to adapt, who have not been able to innovate, have gotten stuck, have not been successful, have not been remained relevant, have not been able to succeed. So innovation is important, and I want to encourage our young people to not just think of technology. You find that young people, yes, they like the device, and that's important because that's the world we live in. But there are other creative ways as well that we can adapt and so forth. Adaptability is important. Creativity is important. And I think in being creative and learning to adapt will allow you to open your mind to opportunities and to be successful.
With your youthfulness on your side, right, do you think, looking at our crop of young people, we have a highly youthful population. Do you think they're adapting to innovation as they should, you think?
Well, some do. We've seen a lot of young persons who have come forward with very creative ideas and so forth, and whether it's in the music industry, the finance, the creatives, particularly so the creative industry. I think the current government have sort of created an avenue for creativity and the emergence of creative businesses and so forth. So you've seen that as well. But there are some who haven't, and I think because we have to, I believe, not only think that after graduation, that's when you think of career. I think young people, they need to be involved in community activities, volunteerism, intern, because career opportunity starts then. I have been involved in volunteering since the revolution. So long, being every activity, every youth group, every community activity I'm involved in. And I think by doing so, you obviously you network. You learn new things, you grow, you develop yourself and so forth. And I think that's the approach I believe I like to recommend for a lot of our young people. Not just think of career. Career is not just, as I said, career is being how can you be creative? How can you add value? How can you do things different? And that's what career is, and not about just making money. I think too much to my time people believe career is or just making money. Oh, I want to make money. No. How can you add value? How can you leave a legacy for your kids and others as well? How can you do things that others can benefit as well?
Right. That's important. And you use a word there that seems to be relatively obsolete nowadays, volunteerism. We're not seeing much of that at all.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I have been involved. I'm involved. I live in the Montparnasse Tempe area, so I'm still the president of Tempe All Black Sports Club. It's the only sports club in the area, and I've been involved from things like scouting and football and so forth, and that has helped me significantly.
Right. It exposes you to.
It has, and I want to encourage persons, especially our young people. You see it now in sports where a lot of our young people just not want to get involved in sports and playing football and so forth. And when we call sweat in the community, most of the time it's over 40 guys that are there. We can't see our young people, and we encourage them to come out and play.
They're in the rooms on the gadgets.
So how can we? I think we have to, as a continued effort as to how can we get them out of the room. how can we get them on the playing field? How can we get them into business? How can we get into other career path and so forth? That will certainly help them. I think that's it's a big task. For parents, for community leaders, for government officials, and church communities, a big task. And now and than before, but we can't give up. We have to continue.
Okay. Now, how can sustainable thinking be integrated into personal development and community growth?
Yeah, I think young people, we need to start looking at some of what we call the transferable skills, or some soft skills. So critical thinking, leadership, innovation, learning to adapt. I think that certainly will help in terms of our sustainability, because sustainability speaks of the future. It's doing things now that will benefit you or benefit someone else in the future, right? It highlights a bit of resilience as well, and that's why I highlighted before that we young people need to find creative ways to do things and not just one way.
Yeah.
But how that works too is by exposure as well, because the more you expose yourself to things, is the more you sort of learn. And also, the more adversity you may have or challenges, that's how we grow.
Yeah.
A lot of successful people grow from adversities and challenges.
Yeah.
They fail the first time, they get up again, and they continue, and they fail the second time. And now, look at the typical example. I'm not sure if you look at the game last night with Argentina and Algeria. Yeah. This is Messi's 6th Olympic.
World Cup.
I'm sorry, World Cup.
Yes,
it's his 6th World Cup.
And it's 200th appearance
for Argentina. Yeah. And look at the sort of a success he's achieving now, even at this age, at 38 years.
38, yeah.
So it shows you continue to be persistent. You do things, you think of your reputation. I think people just take for granted that how important your reputation is. That's one of your main assets, your reputation. Yeah. Your name is one of your main assets. Because if you fail there, then obviously people tend not to want to work with you, not want to do anything with you and so forth, because you've just not that
credible. Yeah, credibility.
Yeah, I think credibility. Credibility is important.
Yeah, and that is another topic that I think one of these days we have to engage and embrace. How do you rebuild credibility? Because life is lifing. Things happen sometimes. I mean, I'm a perfect example. I've done so much SH, but you want to do well, you want to right the wrongs, but sometimes society can be so unforgiving. So I think an entire program should be designed to talk to rebuilding credibility and character and so forth. But we don't have the time for that this morning. Now, what are some of the key experiences, challenges, and achievements from your personal career journey that have contributed significantly to your success?
I think I want to emphasize on something that's important to me, which is having a balance. I talk about that a lot. People who know me hear me talk about that a lot, a balance. And a balance, it means a number of things. One, I think for those of us, because we live in a God-fearing society, we have some kind of a spiritual background as well.
Yeah, but Bishop Clyde Harvey said Grenada is not a Christian society,
I'm not going to comment on that one. But no, I think it's having a spiritual background is important. I think in a background of family, rooted in family, in friends, in stability, financial stability, some sort of a social activities as well, be it in sports or other social activity and so forth. So you need to have a combination of these things. It cannot just be one, it cannot just be two, but it's a combination of those items. I think once you do that, it helps you to ability to adapt. Because when you stress, when you're going through challenges and so forth, sometimes you have to turn to something.
Yeah.
No, the something can be alcohol or drugs or those things that
you need a distractor.
Right. You need a positive distractor.
Yeah, positive one.
So I think that's a start, is to learning to having that balance that certainly will help you throughout your career and path. I think what is also important as well is always willing to learn and innovate and be creative and be involved in multiple activities as well. Like I said, career is about creating value long-lasting value, and not just thinking about, I need to make a buck today, a buck tomorrow. All right. So I think if you do a combination of those things, it certainly it helped me. Because I tell you, I wear multiple caps now. Even as my stage in my life, I still wear multiple caps, still volunteer in my time and effort and so forth, because I like to see people grow and develop and advance themselves. That's pretty much me. That's why I'm involved in multiple organizations, and a lot of it is volunteer. And persons feel that you can't volunteer, you can, and it's so amazing that persons who may do, and I'm not trying to criticize anyone, but there's a lot of persons who do an 8 to 4 job. Right, and always find it difficult to find time to do anything else. But there are persons who wear multiple caps, involved in multiple things, and they seem to find time.
Yeah,
a bit of time.
You find time if you want to.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah. People find time when they want to. You understand? Because the same people who complain that I've got an 8 to 4 or 9 to 5, so I can't come to this church meeting or I can't go to the club, the football club session, and so forth. They would go to a fete and reach back home 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning and go to work for 8 as normal. So people find time for what they want to.
I guess so. It's about convenience as well. If it's convenient for them, then they'll probably find the time. If not, but I want to encourage a lot of us, a lot more people to find time as well to do other things. And not be bounded by I guess just the 8 to 4 job or just by their own convenience. I think we got to look at a bigger picture of the whole of our community, society and so forth. Helping others as well. It's like the credit union movement, for example, right? It's about people helping people. And if we use that in our society as well, people helping people, not just in the credit union movement, but all movements.
In life.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to help your neighbor.
I mean, I don't know if you were in those era when there used to be maroons. You have a house to move, and the whole village or that neighborhood converge in that area. The ladies would be cooking, and the men doing the stuff, but we don't see that anymore.
We don't, and this is how I grew up. I grew up with my parents, our community, our family, and so forth, where when Sunday comes is maroon. And people come together. The women, as you said, they do the cooking and so forth, and the men do the hard work. And obviously, you need to have a little room for some of the men as well, because they work hard.
They need the energy. They need the sugar.
And in today's world, when we have, I can speak of our club. When we have activities, sometimes you ask person to come out, you just don't see them.
Let me ask you this. Just deviating slightly as we wrap. Do you think the advent of the high-end technological advances that we've made in recent times with the gadgets, all the different gadgets and so forth, do you think that has taken away or eroded into that socializing fabric that we knew?
Well, I think first I want to say we have to embrace technology, because that's where we are. That's the future. That's the world now. But I think it's what it has done. I think it has influenced us a lot. Too much in the bad, negative way, wrong direction for some persons. It has. Because now you have a lot of options. When we were growing up, we didn't have much options. When you come home in the evening, you got to sweep the yard, maybe the animals and so forth.
You have to go and bring in the goats.
You got to bring in the goats. And probably there was some football and maybe some running and so forth. That's still limited up. Now you have a lot of options. And so I think that influence have certainly pulled us away from some of our objectives, some of our goals, some of achieving certain things and so forth. So again, now we have to find some creative ways to get us back to focus on positive things, success and career and helping people and being better leaders and so forth. That's what we need to focus on now. But we can still enjoy a gadget. I've never really played gadget. But at the same time, I'm aware of those. I have kids, so I'm aware of those. And but you can enjoy those, but you could also enjoy all the other things of life.
Okay. As we wrap this morning, what special advice as it relates to progressing forward, to our young people, the sort of mindset and level of engagement in different things, having a multiplicity of choices, because you never let's look at it this way. I'm a typical example. I studied IT. I studied marketing.
Yeah.
I've been a teacher. I've been a banker. I've been everything. Whoever thought that my main focus would be talking to people on mornings? You understand? But I exposed at an early age, thanks to people like Hamlet Mark and Milton Coy and so forth, Leslie Pear to an extent. I exposed myself with a number of things, so I can do almost everything.
Yeah, and I support that as well. I guess I'm wearing a similar hat. You know, I've been involved in a number of things, and for example, when I was in school, I didn't like to read.
Yeah.
But I wrote a book.
Right.
I actually wrote a book.
Right.
You know, and now because of my profession and so forth, I have to do a lot of reading.
Right.
But what I have done over the years is adapt, being creative, and recognize that, look, I may not like it, but in order for me to be successful, I have to do it.
Yeah, there's some must-dos.
Right. And I think it's the same approach too for all our people, especially our young people. Open up your mind, be creative, volunteer your time, be involved in community activities. Don't just, just hang out with your friends alone. Yes, you can hang with your friends.
You need to.
But you need to be able to do other things as well.
Yeah.
And don't wait until graduation, for you to develop what's my career path.
Yeah.
What is it I want to do? Yeah. I think that sometimes comes. I think when it comes natural, I think it seems so.
It's best.
It seems so. That somebody force you, because at that time, now your parents are behind you. Look, you need to do this. You need to do that.
Yeah.
Don't wait till your parents. Yeah. And then you say, oh, mommy forced me or daddy forced me.
I never wanted to be a doctor, but they forced me.
Right.
So you become not the best doctor because it wasn't really in you.
Right.
You might have been a better teacher.
Right. But I think,
or a farmer.
Right. If you would have exposed yourself, then I think the natural calling comes.
Right.
Yeah, my natural calling comes in accounting. When I was growing up, I didn't think about accounting.
Yeah.
But I exposed myself, and somehow I just feel like I developed this affinity, this love, this thing for numbers and accounting and finance. But I didn't thought about that when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a natural calling, and I think you tend to love and appreciate more when you have these natural calling than when persons corner you or force you to do something and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You become a bit rebellious.
Yeah. Mr. Bob, thank you very much for sharing with us. You must visit us next time. Let's chat more.
Certainly.
I mean, we need people like yourself to maybe go to the schools and have conversations and motivate and mentor our youngsters. Because if we look at it as it is now, parents are so busy with their 8 to 4s and the other extracurricular activities that the gadgets are actually growing up the children.
Correct.
And the gadgets are not very good parents.
Yeah, I mean, your parents will tell you that.
Yeah.
Look, when a child is born, what's the first thing they give them?
Yeah, look the phone.
I mean, I've seen...
Go for your tablet.
Look, I've seen we've been to activities and children are coming to activities with a tablet.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pull it away from them.
Yeah.
Their time and place, everything. So if they come out to enjoy a community activity, what they do to their gadgets?
Yeah. I think we flipped the coin. But nonetheless, Mr. Bob, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Yep. And like I said, we should do that again. I want to thank the management of Ariza for affording you the opportunity to join me this morning. And I would recommend that you come back on a little more lengthy.
Certainly, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Folks, that's it for the Money Wise program. We take a quick break, and when we come back, I talk with Mr. Ray Roberts as we talk anti-doping. Sort of interlinked this morning. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
What if growing your savings came with more flexibility and more rewards? Introducing the Ariza Advantage account from Ariza Credit Union. Earn 3.5% interest per year with a minimum first deposit of just $10,000. Enjoy a 5-year fixed term, unlimited deposits, no monthly fees, and added loan security. Plus exclusive Advantage member privileges, priority services, special offers, and more. Get the Ariza Advantage. This is the Ariza Promise. Better value, better service, members first. Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
At 5 p.m. on August 5th, 1944, the schooner Island Queen sailed out of the St. George's Harbor. On board were some of Grenada's brightest and best sons and daughters. What happened afterwards remains a mystery.
Where Island Queen gone?
Heritage Theatre Company presents Lucy's Straw Hat, a full-length drama written and directed by Chris DeRiggs, a moving story about a family caught up in the drama of this great mystery. Meet Mammy Sylvie, a woman with a secret too heavy to keep but too painful to reveal.
Asking for forgiveness for not telling you the truth.
Pa John, the war veteran.
Sometimes I sit here feeling so helpless, so crushed.
Hyacinth, always ready to do mischief.
You don't see the woman Uncle Norris married. She face ugly enough to turn milk.
Lucy, beautiful and headstrong.
I had a dream, Mommy, but Hyacinth was there, holding my hand.
Lucy's Straw Hat at Grenada Trade Center on Saturday 13th and Sunday 14th June, and at Deluxe Cinema on Saturday 20th and Sunday 21st June. All shows 7 p.m. Advance tickets $60, $75 at the door. Come join us.
Where Island Queen gone?
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
We search for brilliance, looking far, asking wide, not realizing it's been right here all along. Makers, storytellers, dreamers shaping color, rhythm, and vision into something only Grenadians can create. But for too long, we've been working in the dark, hidden, overlooked, out of reach. Until now, Goka's Creative Directory brings everyone, creatives, businesses, and the community into one connected space. Find the artist who understands your vision, the jeweler whose craft speaks for itself, the storyteller and musician whose work reflects who we are. Visit us at creativeaffairs.gov.gd. Your next collaboration is only one search away.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Looking for the perfect pre-carnival fete? Then get ready for Rhythm and Spice, a Rotary brunch experience happening Sunday, June 28th from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Enjoy an afternoon of bold flavors, vibrant rhythms, and unforgettable vibes featuring Sakina and the Alpha One Band, plus guest artists and DJs. Early bird tickets are just $200 and available now on GoToFet.com. Dress code brunch chic, island elegance with spice-inspired tones. Hosted by the Rotary Club of Grenada. Proceeds support Rotary community projects. Rhythm and Spice, Sunday, June 28th, Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Sip, savor, socialize, support.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next day, oh.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. We've been experiencing some technical issues here, hence the reason for the late start of that interview with my good friend, Mr. Raymond Ray Roberts. This morning, he is representing the anti-doping agency, and we're talking anti-doping this morning. Ray, for some reason, your camera, right, that's awesome now. So this is the time when I say good morning to you, my brother. How are you?
Not complete. I think I'm okay. Should have been on the beach, but I promised to make the time to make this contribution. Therefore, I'm still home.
All right, lovely. Well, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. You know, maybe you. I think I'm looking in the wrong places. That vehicle that Elon Musk was involved with that. I'm seeing one in Grenada. That's what you're driving, so I can't really see you. All right. How are you? How have you been?
Well, I'll say that since you were that $1 billion monarch last year, I think your wealth has taken you to new places.
Oh, how I wish. Nonetheless, it's timely. The conversation that we're having now is very timely in the sense that I just had Mr. Lyndon Bob, who is affiliated with sports in his capacity in football. We're hearing Anderson Peters doing well on the international circuit as well. Kirani James is still, coming forth even at this age and stage of his life and so forth. So sports in general is a big thing, a big part of Grenada, but we also know that they are not the all-time clean players. All right, so we have folks who cheat by the use of banned steroids and doping themselves to exceed their human performance. How important is it as it relates to anti-doping laws and control?
Again, good morning to you and your viewers. It's a pleasure to be representing the Grenada Anti-Doping Committee, headed by Dr. Sonia Johnson. And let me just say at the start, they have been doing a terrific job. It's not easy to familiarize a culture that is not very much into the appreciation of anti-doping. We see sports as recreation and great enjoyment, but there are rules to it, as you said, and hopefully within the next few minutes that you have provided to us, we will be able to reach to as many people as possible and let them know that the importance of anti-doping to sports in Grenada is paramount. Yes, as you quite rightly said, we have great athletes, we have good potential for the future, but also equally important is that our young athletes in particular, because the Kirani James and the Victor and the Anderson Peters, they are very much aware of the requirements and they are doing a good job of it. So the hope is that our inter-call athletes or our primary school athletes, our parents, the parents of the athlete, because they have to be involved. At this time, there are 17 recognized national federations in Grenada, meaning
how many?
17.
17, okay.
There may be other sports, but I'm talking about those who are affiliated to the Grenada Olympic Committee. They are all part of the Grenada National Anti-Doping Organization. And the hope is that through them, these are the federations I'm talking about, the national associations, all of them have representation, are supposed to have representation on NADU. The vast majority have been actively participating. The concern we have, though, is the athletes. Are the athletes really aware of it? So, in short, the Grenada NADU is the official local agency for clean sports, meaning that sports education, testing and compliance, and equally important, athletes who are active must certainly let their physician, because we all go to different physicians, know that, yes, we are in sports, so therefore whatever medication you are taking, it has to be within the ambit of the World Anti-Doping Federation, meaning that there are a list of prohibited substances. So if your doctor knows, you can certainly have him give you some kind of authorization why you should take it. And at the international games, even at the local games, if you practice that habit, because not our local organization, NADU, operates at all levels. If you look at Carifta games, if you look at the Intercall, they were there. At Carifta, they did testing. At the local games, mainly public education, because you ought to reach the athletes from that early age. The testing is not that easier because you are going into strange territory. You are in a room with a drug control officer. You don't know him, you don't know her. You're exposing your body. And not many of us, can just openly do that. It depends on how we are brought up. But the fact that you have NADU providing you with that coaching, that guidance, you are prepared mentally for it. So those are the things that we want to emphasize mainly to the athletes, the federation, and the coaches.
Let me ask you this.
You can avoid it. Eh?
Okay, let me ask you this. We hear of doping and, the use of anabolic steroids and so forth. From a Grenada's perspective, do we have a problem with that? Do any of our athletes attempt or endeavor to use, banned substances to enhance performance?
Well, the record speaks for itself. We don't have any record of any Grenadian athlete testing positive. We know of one of our athletes who didn't show up for a drug test and anti-doping test in a sport meet international, and the consequence is that you are suspended. So, but we don't know. I don't know of any record, and if I'm wrong, I'm sure Dr. Johnson would be quick to call me and point out. But the work we have been doing here in Grenada has been, I would say, very appreciative. Yes, people have doubts, and people, some people still think that they can avoid it. But you can't avoid it, because that's why one of our top quarter milers got suspended, because there was a test that he had to do. And there's in-season tests, there's out-of-season tests. If you're a recognized athlete at the level of a Kirani or, whoever the others are, you have to give your address, your location. You just can't leave, because they could pop up on you anytime. You have all the procedures, so you know it. But let me put it this way. You are given the information. You have a choice either to study it and follow it, ignore it, and pay a consequence.
Okay. All right. So as it relates to connection with the regional and international anti-doping bodies, how receptive have our athletes across all borders? As you say, there are 17 as recognized associations. Do you pop up, as you said, do you just pop up to a club or an organization and say, hey, we need to test your athletes, or what's the procedure in doing that?
Good question. Grenada is the agent, is the local body. You have the regional NADO, which is the Caribbean anti-doping, which is based in Barbados. And then you have WADA, which is the world body. And they all work in tandem. So Grenada, yes, it's an independent organization, but the information filters through the Caribbean NADO and then into Grenada. It's globally accepted. So it's not something that is composed for, first world and third world. It is something that is universal. Now, here in Grenada, local games, you really don't pop up on anyone. As I said, what you're trying to do and what this program this morning is intending to do is to let our athletes know that they have a responsibility for what goes into them, and therefore the consequences they will pay. So the local athletes are trained, are coached within the procedures. There is no popping up. For an international event, there's a WADA representation through Grenada and RADO. Football, when Grenada played the World Cup and the CONCACAF qualifying matches, testing was done at the stadium. Athletes are selected randomly in that case, meaning footballers. The same thing applies to if you were to hold a netball tournament or any international event. But unlike the world-class athletes where you have to give your location and therefore a drug control officer from WADA or whoever it is can show up on you. No, at the local level, that does not happen.
Okay.
As yet.
Now, has the local WADO that organization, anti-doping agency, do you like go to the various clubs and organizations and even the schools from an early age to, educate athletes and prospective athletes in various disciplines as to the repercussions of doping?
Well, I think that's where I want to again commend the great work of Dr. Johnson and her team. They have excelled in that area because it's a volunteer thing. It is not something, as I see, that is fully culturally accepted. I mean, let me take, for example, Carnival. You don't have to tell people about it. They integrate quite easily. Anti-doping is still not strange, but we don't see it as something that is within our DNA. So if you looked at the Carifta Games, we hosted twice in 3 years. They had a booth, they had information handouts, they had doctors, they had capable people, engaging athletes, engaging coaches. At Intercall, they did the same thing. When you had, in fact, the netball tournament we had last year, they had a similar engagement. Clubs and schools have that opportunity. Some coaches and, the very serious-minded coaches, and we hope all could be like that, they would invite a representative from our local Nanadu to go and meet with the players. The thing that we would want to see that, let's say, for example, in GFA club football or Grenada netball club tournament, we would want to see more of the clubs make use of the capacity of NADO, because really that's where it starts. I mean, you can't wait until you reach your age or even my age to start to try for transformation.
Wait a minute, you have to do it. You have to do it before you become a teenager, right? That's what you're trying to imply.
That is correct.
Okay,
that is correct.
Right.
So on their Instagram, their Facebook, and they don't have an office. But I want to say to you too, they work through the Grenada Olympic Committee. They work through the Grenada Athlete Commission. And that Athlete Commission in Grenada is a terrific one, headed by Ms. Beckles, that posting the
Hazel and Regis Beckles.
That's correct. She's doing a terrific job. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, that Grenada group would certainly score very close to 9, if not 10. So that encounter between NADO and the local groups, not 100%, but certainly we are seeing a sense of greater value regarding the work of NADO.
Okay, all right.
And we're glad that you have done that this morning, because remember that you are very much listened to. Via you, we can reach how many? 15, 20, 30,000 or more?
More.
It means that parents who just see their boys and girls, they're doing well, they're competing and come to the Queen Spark to cheer. That's wonderful. Really like that. But if they have to go beyond the Queen's Park, the Kirani James Stadium, beyond the Woodward Island Games, 25, I think, of them are going to the Under-23 Athletics Championship. Not too sure where it's being hosted, but 23 or so Grenadians are going there. They have to be schooled or coached in the expectation of anti-doping there, because that will be a part of that event. Now, if you win, scrutiny is even greater on you. So you can't ignore it domestically. You can't say it is an afterthought. Okay. It has to be on par with just about everything else.
And I guess there's a sort of regiment of what can be used, because, for example, ever so often, because of a condition a couple of years ago, ever so often, I have to use that steroid prednisolone. All right. If it's a banned steroid in terms of WADA's list of banned substances, what happens to an athlete who has to use, who's prescribed that something that is for their health, not necessarily performance enhancing, but has to be taken by them? What are the ramifications of that?
Well, Athletes are accommodated. There's a procedure in which you have to inform WADA, in this case, NADU. In this case, if you go abroad, there's a procedure too. They have the list of banned substances. For example, I'm in Paralympics. One of our athletes has a challenge, but the medication is known to the officials. We follow the procedure, and the athlete has never had a problem. Is if you don't inform or you don't follow the procedure, because there are procedures that tells you how. We know that everyone, I would say everyone, I believe everybody has a challenge. I don't think there is no perfect person in the world. So whatever the medication you're taking, if it's a medication you need clarity on, the local NADU can provide you with that clarity. As I said, on the Instagram and Facebook, you can get as much information as possible. And I think those who are, within the athletic age, I think they all are Facebook zealous or participant in some way or the other. So they can go there and have a sense. And you also have the Grenada Olympic Committee office. It's open 5 days a week. There are 2 wonderful people working there. And I'm sure they can provide you with guidance as to who you should contact. But prohibited medication, once that is prohibited, as I said, there's a procedure as to letting the authorities know what medication you're on. And equally important, as I said, if you have your personal doctor, you must advise him that you're an athlete of national standing, and therefore he would have a sense as to how you should go about it too. So it's not something that is, that debars anyone from competing once you follow the international procedures.
Okay. All right.
It's all about education, though. It's all about, you having it's just like you sang that song in 2024, 25 when you became a millionaire. You did it competently. You were composed. You were authoritative. You displayed the craft of the master. So I'm saying it's the same thing applied to athletes or whoever you are. Once knowledge is there, the words flow, like a fountain.
Okay. Thanks for the commendations, though. Just in case someone out there needs a further clarification, is there a contact number that or a physical office that they can attend? Show up.
Our NADU is not yet at the level that you can rent a space unless you want to give some of the income you got and still come in because you're getting no royalties.
You put the IRS on me, man. You make Mr. Russell John and them from tax and so forth come in and think, listen, man.
So the local office, I would say that is most central is the Olympic office. As I said, they understand, the workers understand, they know that NADU is empirical. It has to be a part of the mix. So the numbers are very much accessible, all the sports associations. So the schools, even masters, we want to appeal to them. They are important. The PE teachers, because they are perhaps the cradle that begin to expose the boy and the girl in the pre-primary and primary. So these are things that are available, access to that information.
Okay.
And as I said, Dr. Johnson and her team, I think as a volunteer group, if I am to select a team of volunteers in sports for Grenada for 2025, I know in 2026, I would have named them because really and truly, there's a nurse who I really admire, and then Mrs. Chubin and I can't remember the other's name. It's not flowing enough. But the whole team is just a good team of people to work with, likable people who seem to have what it takes for the job.
Okay.
So I would say Olympic office is central, and they would put you on to, the local organizers of NADU.
Mr. Roberts, my friend, thank you very much for repping in a big way this morning for NADU. And I want to wish you all the best in your endeavors. You can go to the beach now. It's not too late. The sand is still there. The water is still warm. Yeah.
I'm going to want to keep as young as you, my friend.
Okay.
I think that's not possible.
Okay, bro, have a good one. It's been a pleasure talking to you as always. All right, folks, I have been speaking there with Mr. Raymond Ray Roberts, representing for the National Anti-Doping Agency this morning. And that brings us to the end of the program. Good Morning Grenada, an extended version thereof this morning, but I must say thank you very much for staying with us. And those of you who missed the BBC, well, I know I'm going to get some blows. I might even get written up, but technology played a part in that this morning. But nonetheless, thank you for being with us. That's it for the program.